welcome to BSc 5th semester physics class. Myself Shivanand Osmani. In this lecture we are going to discuss about second unit wave mechanics of paper 2 quantum mechanics. Before going to particular unit, let us have some idea about quantum mechanics. So quantum mechanics is a branch of physics. Quantum mechanics is a branch of physics where it deals with about small things. Small things means it gives explanation about microscopic particles that matter, how that interacts with energy in different scales like micro to macro. So this quantum means a photon or a small thing. Even photon is a small thing. Actually we tell that quantum means a photon where it is a packet of energy. It's a packet of energy. As we already know about, photon possesses dual nature. Photon means it's a packet of energy, as I already told. So photon possesses dual nature, that is, one is particle nature, another one is wave nature, right? So as this particle nature means it will possesses a particle nature, then wave means it moves in a wave. So both will add up, that gives a dual nature, that is a wave with a particle nature. That's why it is called as dual nature of a photon or light. Now, so as we know that according to de Broglie hypothesis, every matter or any particle, whether it is in a microscopic, whether it is in a macroscopic, that will possess a wave nature. Means according to de Broglie hypothesis, so we know that lambda is equal to h by p, where h is Planck's constant, where p is momentum, right? So momentum means it consists about mass and velocity. So every massive body, whether it is micro or macro, so it will possess a wave nature. But for our observation, we will not observe the wave nature for these macrostate particles, but only we observe in microstatic, means those who are in those particles which are in very small size, like electron, proton, even photon is also a matter, so those will possess a wave nature, right? Then in this quantum mechanics, that is especially in wave mechanics, what we are going to study is how those small things or small particles will interact with energy. That is the concept of wave mechanics that we are going to study. For unit wave mechanics that we are going to study here, it consists of, first one is time independent Schrodinger wave equation, then second one is physical significance of wave function, then there is a derivation of energy of a particle in a box, then we'll study about eigenfunctions and eigenvalues, then linear harmonic oscillator and its energy. This will be a derivative part. Then finally we are going to study about concept of 0 point energy and degeneracy. All right, okay, then let us start with the first one, that is called as time independent Schrodinger wave equation. So as we already know about a wave motion, right, the particle which possesses a wave nature. So now let us start with time independent Schrodinger wave equation, that I will call that one as time independent Schrodinger equation, that I will call that as TIDE, means time independent Schrodinger's equation, right? So now let us consider a system of wave propagating along x-axis. So let us consider a wave propagating along x-axis. So wave propagating along x-axis. Okay, then if psi is the wave function or displacement psi, that I will represent a wave or it is a displacement of a wave that is in wave motion, that is called as psi. I will represent psi. Psi is nothing but a displacement. It is a displacement of wave at any instant of time, at any instant of time t, because as wave moves, once there is a displacement means there should be a time lapse. So everywhere there will be a space and time relation, that is nothing but wherever there is a displacement or anything that consumes space, there should be a time associated with that one, right? So that we call as time and space. But here let us consider that is a displacement psi is the displacement of a wave. Now as we already know that there is a equation that is called as differential equation of a wave motion. Differential equation of wave motion. Differential equation of wave motion. So that this one we have already studied in classical mechanics parts, right? Now, so this differential equation of wave motion is given by dou square psi by dou x square is equal to 1 by u square dou square psi by dou t square, where dou means it is a partial derivative with respect to, here this is with respect to x, this one is with respect to time. These are second order differential equations. So here where u is wave velocity, and if you solve this equation we will get a solution for this one, right? The solution for this above equation is given by psi is equal to psi naught e power minus I omega t, where this t is the time at any instant. Alright, then this psi naught is nothing but the amplitude. This psi naught represent about amplitude, and this psi represent about the periodic displacement in terms of time. It is periodic displacement in terms of time, where this exponential part, this complex part represent about a periodic one. Periodic motion is nothing but a wave motion, right? So which one will be in periodic way, right? Now, so if I differentiate the psi or wave equation, that is psi is equal to psi naught e power minus I omega t, right? So if you differentiate this one with respect to time, so let us differentiate this one with respect to time. Right, what we'll get? So if you differentiate this one with respect to time, we'll get as dou psi by dou t is equal to psi naught e power minus I omega t bracket minus I omega, right? So this is first order differential or partial derivative of psi with respect to t. Then if you differentiate once again the above equation with respect to time, that we will get second order partial derivative of psi, that we get as dou square psi by dou t square, right? That is equal to psi naught e power minus I omega t into minus I omega whole square. That is nothing but that we get as psi naught e power minus I omega t into I square omega square, right, where this I square is equal to minus 1, as we know that already, right? So if you substitute this one, we get as minus omega square psi naught e power minus I omega t. So as we already know that, what about this psi naught minus I omega t? This is nothing but psi, right? This is nothing but psi. Finally we get that one as minus omega square psi is equal to dou square psi by dou t square, right? So this is the equation. So let us call this equation as 1, right? Okay. If you substitute this equation in a differential equation, that is dou square psi by dou x square, that is equal to 1 by u square dou square psi by dou t square. If you substitute the above equation in this equation, that is term dou square psi by dou t square, that will get as dou square psi by dou x square, that is equal to 1 by u square, that is minus omega square into psi, right? Then we know that omega is equal to 2 pi nu, that is nothing but where nu is frequency. Then I can write this nu as velocity divided by wavelength, where lambda is wavelength, that we can substitute omega is equal to 2 pi u divided by lambda. Then finally omega by u is equal to 2 pi by lambda, that we have got in the equation, in this above equation that we have got, right? So if you substitute this term here back, that we will get that one as dou square psi by dou x square is equal to minus 4 pi square by lambda square into psi, right? I will call this equation as 2, right? So again this equation can be once again written as dou square psi by dou x square plus 4 pi square by lambda square into psi, that is equal to 0, right? So further part of this equation will be continued in next class. Thank you.